You can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down, or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would like to listen to this in a still position, then just feel free to take all the time you need to arrive there. And just allow yourself to fidget, adjust, stretch, move in whatever ways your body wants to move. And not thinking about the movement so much, but just letting your body move you in the ways that just feel intuitively good to you right now. And if what feels good to you right now is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like the right thing. And there's no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move and adjust throughout this practice whenever you feel the need to. If at any point you're feeling ready to come to a still position, if you haven't already, you may do so. Just feeling that your spine is nice and straight and allowing the eyes to gently close if you're in a space where you feel safe to do so. And you can mark your arrival into your practice today, into your body today, with a full and intentional cleansing breath. A long, slow inhale in through the nose, just letting yourself fill up to every corner and edge of you as you just hold that for a moment inside of you and just experience what it feels like to be full of air. And without straining, as you need to, slowly letting that go. Exhaling bit by bit. And just gently pulling the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to just push that last bit of stagnant air out of you as you again pause for a moment to just experience that sense of emptiness. And allow your next breath to come to you as it's needed. And so you can breathe just like this for a few more rounds for as long as it feels good and helpful. And not worrying so much about the actual length of your inhales, exhales, and pauses, but just letting them be exaggerated, whatever that means for you today. So just taking a few more sips of air than you might normally, holding that within you for just a moment longer than your first urge to exhale, and exhaling a bit more fully than typically, and again, holding that out of you for a moment longer than usual. And at any point, if you haven't already, you can just release this guidance over your breath altogether and feel yourself stepping into that role of the observer or the witness. Maybe feeling like you're stepping back and up in your awareness in your mind into that point of view where you can watch your body breathing you rather than having any direct influence over the rhythm or depth of the breath. And just remembering that your breath is just like any other force of nature, and it can occur entirely automatically. So taking on that same feeling you might get if you're watching waves roll up along the shoreline. You're not trying to change anything about the waves and how they come and go, but you're just having a seat and watching as they do. Just trusting that your body does breathe all on its own without any of your direction. And you can begin now to release yourself a bit deeper into the surface that is supporting you. And allow your body to soften a bit more into this moment, whatever that means for you right now. Maybe just scanning the body and seeing any muscles or any areas of tension that you can further let go. And just bringing your awareness to areas that are able to let go a bit deeper. Maybe the jaw or the forehead. Maybe the stomach or the glutes. And just letting your awareness naturally travel wherever it is most helpful for you right now. As you just let yourself listen to the following words written by young Pueblo in his book Inward, and just let anything that feels helpful and resonates with you to just soak in a little deeper. So healing begins with acceptance and culminates in letting go. Let's say it one more time. Healing begins with acceptance, and it culminates in letting go. When a great misery occurs, it remains with us for as long as we hold on to it. Attachments form because of the energy we use to keep what happened, or the image of what we want to happen, locked away within our mind and body. This is the cause of tension in our being. When we hold on to these attachments, they travel with us as a burden, from our past to our present and into our future. They can even be passed on to our descendants long after we are gone. The miracle of healing ourselves is so powerful because in the movement of accepting and letting go, we relinquish the energy of burden, not only in our present, but in our past and future as well. Imagine the timeline of your life. Now imagine the burdens that you carry as an extra line layered on top. As we let go of our miseries, this extra layer becomes thinner and thinner. It will not change what happened, but the extra energy we carried because of these occurrences will no longer weigh down the timeline of our life. What happened, happened. But now these moments are no longer attachments of pain and sorrow. Now they are experiences we learn from. Lessons that bring us into a present of greater freedom, happiness, and wisdom. A body is a field of moving energy and a system of information. As life continues its fluctuations, we tend to gather attachments, burdens, and sorrows. We hold them so tightly that they become embedded in the body, causing blockages and disruptions in the flow of our system, which can limit access to the best possible version of ourselves. This sometimes manifests as ailments, as well as a lack of belief in our own power and a lack of understanding of the universe. But when we use purifying healing techniques, the body begins releasing these knots of attachment, allowing our field of energy to return to balance and move more freely and powerfully. This causes changes in our body. Not just physical changes, such as the healing of ailments, but immaterial and internal changes as well, such as believing in oneself more, the growth of love, and the aspiration to grow into wisdom. Really, there is no separation between the mind and the body. They move together as one under the leadership of our mental contents. So wherever your attention is resting right now, you can start to gradually call your awareness into your heart. And become curious about your own heart right now, how your own heart is feeling, what the rhythm of your heart is. And just tuning into that unique rhythm that's beating right within your chest. And if you ever have trouble feeling this beating of your heart, you can always place one or both hands on top of the heart to just encourage that feeling from the outside as well. And just tuning in, syncing up your awareness with your own beating heart. As you remind yourself that this is the rhythm of life, of your life more specifically. And remembering how this heart has been beating within you, has been pumping life into you from before you were even breathing air. From the time you were in your mother's womb up to this exact moment. And there's nothing in particular you are doing to make your heart beat. There's nothing you have done to earn this beating heart. But this heart is simply a gift. This is your gift of life. And the simple fact that you have this heart within you, that you are alive in your body right now, just letting that be all the proof you need of your worthiness of this life. And we will all go through stages where we forget our purpose here, or we forget that we are meant to be here in this body, in this lifetime. But we will all move through stages where we forget and remember. We wax and wane with this truth of life. And so just allowing yourself to fully embrace your own power that you feel whenever you feel it. When you feel connected to yourself and to the world around you and whatever source you believe allows your heart to beat, letting yourself fully make the most of those times, because they are temporary. And if you are feeling maybe disconnected from yourself or from the world around you or from the source that lets your heart beat, letting yourself be in that phase as well, because that is also temporary. And we are not meant to fully be our best, fullest self and feel whole and holy and connected all of the time. And if we did, we wouldn't even recognize that's how we feel. Because really what we are feeling is the contrast between the two. From feeling disconnected to connected, in simple terms. Or from feeling bad to feeling good, for even more simple terms. If everything was good all the time, we wouldn't feel it. It would just be what it is. So just allowing yourself to exist in this contrast of life. And sometimes that most painful, heaviest extra layer that we put on ourselves is the unrealistic expectations to always be good all the time. Or when we are feeling bad and like we just need to retreat, to regroup, to rest. Maybe that extra layer we can put on ourselves saying, well, I should be feeling good, or I should be motivated, or I should feel like sharing or connecting. And all that questioning that we do with what our body is telling us. And so if your body is telling you that this is a time for rest, this is a time to regroup within yourself, and even to retreat, to hibernate if that's what you need to do, just trusting your body on that. And if you hear the mind questioning what the body wants to do, or what your intuition, what the urges of your body are saying, you can just remind yourself that whatever I am feeling is exactly what I should be feeling. And this feeling will change. And so that can be a great comfort to you if you aren't feeling so good. Just knowing that it will change and that you are allowed to do all the comfort things that you need to do to comfort yourself in this time. To fully rest. And this can also be a comfort to you if you are feeling great right now. Permission for you to fully make the most of the time that you are feeling connected and whole and like sharing your ideas and wisdom with the people around you. And just reminding yourself to be so patient with yourself in this journey. Reminding yourself that this is not a race. Life is not a race. This is a journey for all of us. And as with every journey, there are moments where we speed up and moments where we slow down. There are moments where we have so much fun and feel amazing and just totally invigorated. And there are moments where we feel down and like we need to hide away for a while. And just reminding yourself that if you are in a place that doesn't feel so good right now, that you are capable of moving through hard things, that this will also change, just like everything in life. And the only way out is through these feelings. And you do not need to ignore them, push them down, away, deeper within you. But you simply can allow them to arise from within you, to vocalize them in whatever way you need to, or to capture them in writing, or just scream if that's what you need to do. Whatever emotional release is being asked of you in this moment, allowing it to come and go. And just knowing on a deep, deep level, even if there are some questions up above, but knowing deep down within you that you are capable of holding these opposing feelings. And because bad things have happened in your past, because you've experienced pain and suffering, that does not define who you are. And that does not negate all of the love and joy you've experienced. And this truth can be so simple and easy to understand when we look outside of ourselves. And so if you imagine the earth, if you're looking down at the earth from outer space, you see this beautiful marble of life. And in looking at this earth, you know that there is so much pain and suffering that happens on this earth. And you also know that there is so much love and joy and happiness that happens on this earth. And when looking at the earth, you know that it is capable of holding both of these opposing things. And you know that just because there is pain and suffering on the earth, that it doesn't erase the presence of love and joy on the earth, and vice versa. That the earth is beautiful in its whole, containing the full spectrum of life. And you are the same way. You are your own world. You're your own little planet. And you are beautiful as a whole. And you as a whole contains the full spectrum of your life and your experiences and your feelings. And the presence of the pain and sorrow within you does not negate the presence of the love and joy within you. But you are strong and beautiful and capable of holding all of life within you. You do not need to pick a side. You do not need to be all one way or another. But you can be whatever unique mixture of things you are. Knowing that that is exactly what makes you unique and special and valuable to this world. There is nobody else out there who is exactly like you, with your experiences, your thoughts and ideas. And your unique perspective is something valuable that is worth sharing. We will all go through times where we forget the value that we add to the world. And so even if you don't feel it right now, just trusting on a deep level that you do add value to this world. Your presence is needed here. Reminding yourself that if you don't feel this way right now, reminding yourself that feelings do change, and every storm runs out of rain. And there will come a time again where you remember your worth and your value, and where you feel empowered by life and excited to share in whatever way that looks like for you, in whatever world you exist in within this world. So you can allow some of your awareness to slowly make its way back into your heart if it's left. And just reminding yourself of your own anatomy and just how this heart is physically and energetically connected to every inch of your body. This heart feeds life into your toes, into your fingertips, into the tip of your head, and every inch in between. And that this heart is your direct line of connection to the source of energy that all of life comes from. And so you are never at a lack of love. You have this direct line of connection to all of the love and life. And so you do not need to prove your worthiness of this. You do not need to go out and earn any more love, but instead you can go out and share the love that you already have. Share the love and life that is within your own heart. And you'll see how that naturally allows it to grow and spread and awaken in the people around you. As this is not just true for you, but this is true for everyone who is alive on this earth right now. Everyone who has a beating heart within them is worthy of this life. And you reminding yourself of this truth and standing strongly in your own power will allow others to remember their own power. So if it feels like something you would like to do today, you can just let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. And just feel that pulse of your palms and fingers into each other. And just allow your heart to lift toward your thumbs and your thumbs to press back toward your heart. As you just take a moment to really feel all this power that is generated through you. Allowing yourself to take a final deep and full breath into the body, filling up to every corner and edge of you. And as you exhale, letting go of anything you're ready to let go of, as you allow the head to gently bow. And taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. I'm bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.